Hello, book lovers, storytellers, and hello, world. Welcome to another session of Reader's Magnet featured author interview, where we can learn a lot of things from our amazing authors. We are currently live across all social media platforms of Reader's Magnet, so don't forget to follow and subscribe. Today, we're going to sit with one of the most outstanding author who is inspired to share her expert knowledge to enable women to lead more fulfilling lives through menopause and beyond. Let's all welcome author Mabel Kane. Hi, Mabel. How are you doing?
Well, hello, how are you doing?
I am doing great. Thank you very much for being here today. We are so glad to have you, and we are so excited to learn a lot from you. I believe you are prepared. You are, preparing something for us to learn, something that we don't know yet. Am I correct?
Well, yes, I think most of it you don't know.
See that? See, everyone right now, be excited, sit back and relax, and learn whatever knowledge, whatever information Mabel is going to share us today. But before that, Mabel, I know our dear audience is actually excited to know you first before they will know what ideas and information they will bring. Can you tell us who is Mabel Kane before she became an author?
Well, I'm a wife and a mother. I have two children, and
Hmm.
Alex and Jordan, a boy and a girl, and
Uh
I have
huh.
three grandchildren, and I'm a nurse. And
Mm, the
in
nurse.
that order, I think. And although I
That's
started
interesting.
nursing before, but
Uh huh.
I've been a nurse my whole career, so. And later on in my career, I got into teaching. So I became an
Wow.
adult educator. So I like to, part of my job is to teach adults how to
Mm-hmm.
how to be healthy, how to take care of their own health and the health of their
Wow.
families. So
That is amazing. That is amazing. It's a very privilege for someone to be able to teach someone how to stay healthy, how to keep your family healthy. It's something that I also wanted to do, hopefully. Well, so glad to know that you were a nurse and then you've been into teaching as well. But it's quite a curiosity in my head right now. What made you decide to write a book? I mean, since you're in nursing profession, right? And then teaching. So now what made you decide to become an author?
you know, I've always loved literature. I love reading. I love words. I play with
Mhm.
words all the time. What
That's
made me do this was because when I reached menopause myself, although I don't look it, but
right. I agree. I agree. I agree to that.
when I reached menopause and I'm a scientist as well, I realized that I actually didn't know anything about menopause at
Mm.
all. Because in my textbook, there's about this much, a little bit,
Right.
a little bit, a paragraph if I'm lucky about
Mhm.
menopause, and my doctors never uh, broached this subject to me, and the professors never talked about it in all these years of going to school
Right.
and studying science. They never talked about it, like it doesn't exist.
Yeah. Makes
So
sense now.
So when I reached that stage of my life, I just could not do it. It was way too
Mm.
difficult for me to do it because my whole body that I'm used to had changed
Mhm.
completely. I became a new individual and I didn't know who this person was.
Oh my god.
And it took me like 10 to 15 years to figure out who I was after I reached menopause, and
Mhm.
then I had to relearn. I had to start from scratch to learn it. And then I started talking to my coworkers and to other women, and they don't know anything about it at all.
Mm.
So this is one of the reasons why I decided, since I'm an educator, I'm a nurse, and I'm actually Exhibit A. I'm
Wow.
Exhibit A. Why not put it together and
Right.
write it down so that women can be educated about themselves?
Absolutely.
Themselves together.
Absolutely. Wow, that is a very good idea that you've came up with because again, I would agree. Nobody has an idea of what's gonna happen when you're in menopause. I mean, me myself. I mean, I know what is menopause, but I don't know what's gonna happen. So I think what you did is something that is really essential for all women out there, right? To prepare us for the future. Anything. I mean, it will happen eventually, right? So yes, I mean, I'm so happy that you definitely put it into writing and then share it to each and everyone right now that is not just in US but also across the globe, so that we will be able to know things about menopause, because you're right, it's not taught in school. I mean, there is science, there is
Absolutely.
biology, there is productivity and so on, but there's no
There,
menopause though.
exactly. There's menstruation. You talk about
Right,
menstruation.
there's
You talk
menstruation,
about
yes.
reproduction and everything. You
Yes,
don't talk about menopause, which is just the
absolutely.
craziest thing I've ever heard. It's
And it
crazy.
exactly. It just actually make me think right now. I was like, right, there's nothing in that. I mean, way back high school, in college, and universities doesn't have that. That's a very good and brilliant idea that you had, Mabel. So, I'd like you to share actually the book that you have, since I know you've created a book, which is entitled "Beauty Full." I am so curious about this book. Where can we get a copy of your book, by the way?
You can get a copy from Amazon. It's on Amazon.
Uh-huh. All right. So for those who are watching us right now, you can check out Mabel Kane's book, Beautiful, in Amazon.com. All right. And now, Mabel, looking at the book, it says there Beauty Dash Full. Can you tell us what's the story behind this title? Why is it Beauty Dash Full?
That's a really good question, and thank you for asking it. It's
Uh-huh.
it's my love. My love of words. I told you I love words. I
Right.
understand words, and words so beautiful. Beauty, Full is a
Yeah.
noun. In this instance, it's a noun, but otherwise, beautiful is an adjective
And
describing how somebody looks. But
exactly.
this is a possession.
Mm-hmm.
This is not this is not how you look. This is something that you can own when you have learned how to put your physical, mental, and your spiritual self together as one coherent whole. Then you
Mm.
own that and your soul, your whole person, because beauty
Wow.
emanates from the inside out, and your whole
Right.
person becomes this substance, beautiful, full of beauty,
Wow.
a,
Wow.
a
Wow,
substance,
that's
not a look.
a substance. I'll take note of that. That's a substance. Beauty is a substance, not a look.
Not a look.
Wow, that's very amazing, and that's so interesting, because not everybody knows how to how to beautify words, just like you did with your book title. It's so nice. I mean, I am captivated with the title itself of your book. Well, how long have you written this book, by the way?
It was published in 2020 during during the
The
COVID
COVID.
situation.
Oh, I
Yes,
see.
yes.
But how long did it take you to finish it? I mean, since the day
It took
one
me
of
about 12 months in terms of rewriting and
yeah.
taking stuff out. I took some of the good stuff out, but I had to do what the publisher wanted me to do. But
Mm.
and so it took me about 12 months or so.
12 months. I see, I see. Well, that is not I mean, that is definitely a good time to produce a book that is eventually something that can that can stand out in the market. And I believe by the cover itself, it is already an outstanding book. I mean, I like the cover. I like it's so feminine. I mean, it gives a very big impact towards women. Yes, that one. I do love that. It actually tells me that this book is all about women who can be leader in the future, something like that. I mean, I love feminism.
I'm a feminist
That's
as well. Yes.
I see you. Yes, I do love it. I mean, I do want to empower women. I think that's what you I think that's what we share right now. Like, we share the same concept. We love, being empowered. But then again, going back though, this book is all about control your physical, mental, and spiritual health. I mean, spiritual self through menopause. It's a guide for today's woman, right? this is
That's
actually
right.
a guide for everyone. Can you give
Yeah.
us a short, yeah, a short summary of what readers or what exactly women can read from this book of yours or can learn from your book?
Well, I don't want to give away the pie, but I just want
Mm-hmm.
to say that you can
Cliffhanger, perhaps.
a little bit. Firstly, I start with the physical because if you uh, we know ourselves best because we're physical.
Mm-hmm.
You can touch. So,
Right.
and so I start there, and there are so many. There are more than like 35 symptoms in menopause that
Mm.
women have absolutely no idea about. So I outline them, and I actually suggest to women how they can do their own uh, physical assessment without actually having to
Mm-hmm.
go to a doctor. And when something shows up, then they know it's time to go to a doctor. And now,
Right.
you have to go to a doctor now and wait like 15 hours, even in Canada, in the emergency
Mm.
department. It's good for you to actually follow yourself. So
Exactly.
that's the whole I gave from head to toe scenario of how to follow
Mm-hmm.
yourself and how to check symptoms in your own body. Then the mental. Then I start. We talk about emotions and what
Yeah.
you're feeling and how you're feeling and connect it to what you're experiencing in the physical sense.
Right.
And then the spiritual, which is a little harder to
Yeah.
actually conceptualize because it's impermanent. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's disembodied. But
Exactly.
I have put it together in such a way that a woman realizes that she's more than flesh and blood and bones. There's that impermanent substance again, which is beautiful. That,
Exactly.
that substance of yours, which you cannot touch, feel,
Mm-hmm.
or you cannot. You can feel it, but you cannot touch it. It's not
Right.
corporeal. It doesn't have any blood. It's
Mm-hmm.
not corporeal, but it's there. Some people call it the God factor, the
Mm-hmm.
God particle, but
Uh-huh.
with which each of us is created. Someone when they have a disembodiment from their body and their physical, how they become ill.
Become.
They
Mm-hmm.
become ill.
Right. I would
So
agree.
women can become ill if they are disembodied from their physical, their mental, and their spiritual self. Everything has to work together as a coherent whole.
I agree. I do agree to that one. Well, definitely, I am a woman as well, so I can definitely relate to that one because then again, these three, let's say, elements, they cannot function one by one. They should be together. So a woman
Correct.
can glow and be beautiful from
Yes.
the inside to the
Out.
outside. Well,
That's
this
correct.
is something very interesting, and I would love to learn a lot about this because, again, this is the first time that I'll be knowing a lot more about menopause and, of course, what to do about it. And then, yeah, I mean, people definitely needs this, especially women of the younger ages. And eventually, we will grow old, and then we will be in that stage where we will have the same experience. So this guide of yours, this book of yours, is very essential for each and everyone. Thank you very much for putting this, and I hope you are actually brewing something, doing something to put this book or to have a wide reach for your book. Me, can you share what do you do? Like, do you support charities or do you do some organization, something like that, to make sure that this book will not just sit down in Amazon but also be shared to each and everyone physically?
Well, I'm glad you asked, but
Oh.
I was just uh, I was talking to some ladies, and
Uh-huh.
we would start a workshop
Wow.
to encourage women to come and learn about their bodies because,
Hmm.
um, all women are invited, but not all women are equal.
Right.
It's really something to actually contemplate. All women are invited, all women are in this book, but not all
Yeah.
women are equal. So, therefore, you have to know where the disequilibrium comes in, and
Yeah.
then, and that's where I come in, and how I can help these women to step over that
Mm-hmm.
threshold safely. So that's what we're
Mm.
going to do. We're going to be doing workshops, and actually, I'm supposed to have one next week. But
Amazing.
I'm supposed to have one next week. But other than that, I have been nominated for the Women in Essence for the Essence Awards. Uh,
Oh, something to look forward.
something to look forward to. So hopefully, when I go up to take my
Teen, or was
yeah,
that a plaque?
whatever it is, my little plaque. I don't know. The point is, that's an opportunity already for me to actually share this knowledge because really women really need it, and especially black women really need it a lot because like I
Mm,
said, not all women are created equal. In this
right.
instance, we are not created equal, and
Mm,
it's in the book, so you have to read for yourself to see where the disequilibrium comes in. Okay,
wow.
so that's what I'm
Now
doing.
that's the cliffhanger. That's the cliffhanger there. For people that are watching us right now, you can learn more about what we are talking right now with Mabel. If you're going to get a copy of her book, which is entitled Beautiful in Amazon. And also, you can check out Mabel's Facebook page so you will know updates in regards to her, community, just like what she shared right now. They're doing or they're creating, organizing an event wherein they're inviting women to participate and get to know more about menopause. So definitely everyone is invited, but then again, not all women are equal. Right, Mabel?
Correct. Not all women are.
Absolutely.
And I also have a Facebook page that is
Uh-huh.
dedicated to the women of my community for a
Okay.
platform where they can come together and discuss their symptoms and ask
Mm.
questions. And that's where I come in. I give free advice on medical
Wow.
advice, and if they want it, if they ask for it, yes.
Yeah. Wow, that is very generous of you. You are an instrument right now for everyone who has a lot of questions in their heads. And I hope that, the community that you have right now will eventually grow, and that these women that you are actually talking to will also have a chance to share whatever they learned from you to other women whom they can reach, right? But this time, before we going to wrap up our conversation, Mabel, I actually would like you to give a piece of advice to every woman that is watching us right now about, menopause.
Well, the best advice I can give you is um, so the advice would be different based on your age group. So
Mm-hmm.
if you are between the age of 30 and 40, I'll just give the advice for that particular age group is that
Go ahead.
you have already started on your path you towards menopause. And you should get this book because you really need it a lot. Your whole body depends on it, depends on
Mm.
knowledge, depends on the knowledge that you will get. Because you cannot, you can say, I didn't know this and I didn't know that. But the more you know, the better able you are to take care of your health.
Wow.
Knowledge.
No. Yes, we need to have knowledge in everything. I mean, including this one because it's not taught in school. But sorry, Mabel, I need to insert this question. It actually just popped up right in my head right now. Just a question: does man have menopause as well, or did you experience that? I don't know. Just want to ask. I don't know about it.
Do you know? Yes, they do have menopause, but it's not called
Really?
menopause. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's not called menopause. It's called andropause because they have
Andropause.
androgen. Yes, andropause. Okay, it's not called menopause. It's called andro.
Mm.
And yes, they
Andropause.
do. And at that point, their testosterone is lowered as opposed to us. We have
Mm.
sex hormones. Sex hormones is the sex hormones is estrogen is our sex hormones,
Yeah.
and theirs is um sorry, somebody just came to my
Testosterone.
door. Somebody came. Those are
Okay, no problem.
theirs is testosterone. Yeah, theirs is
Yeah,
testosterone. Somebody just came to my door. Yeah,
no
so
problem.
it gets lower.
Uh-huh.
When it's lowering, yes, yes.
I see. So it's It's also there. I mean, I just knew that. Thank you, Mabel. That was actually a handful information to grasp, hold, and digest. But thank you for sharing.
Well,
Your expertise towards us right now, especially to those young women that are actually looking our live session today, listening to us. I hope they will get the knowledge that is needed for them to know more about menopause, and for that to happen, I guess they need to go to Amazon. Take a look at the book of Mabel Kane, which is beautiful, and get a copy of that one. And also, if you wanted to join Mabel Kane's Facebook community, what's the name of your Facebook page, Mabel?
it's beautiful. The the Facebook for the book. This book has a
Oh,
Facebook.
the book.
Wow. The book
Oh,
has
okay.
beautiful.com /Facebook, and
Right.
London. Um, sorry, I just forgot that is the Menopause Group of London, Ontario. Sorry, Menopause
Oh, the
Group of
Menopause Group of London.
London, Ontario. You can join it. Yes, anybody can. It's open for anybody. It's open.
I
Yes.
see. So
Yeah.
yes, there you go. You can definitely join, and so that your questions will be, answered. You can definitely send a message to Mabel Kane's Facebook page, and definitely she will answer. Right.
Yes.
So yes,
And if they have a sensitive question, they can inbox. They can send me
right.
a message on Messenger, and I will answer their questions, and I
Yeah.
can give advice on this topic straight from the
Absolutely.
horse's
Well,
mouth.
that's awesome. That's great. That is now the privilege of everyone that is watching us right now. Definitely, guys, grab it because not all all the time you're given an opportunity to ask directly from someone who is an expert in that specific field. Once again, thank you very much. This is Mabel Kane, author of the book Beautiful, and you can get a copy of her book through Amazon, and you can visit her Facebook page, which is also entitled Beautiful. Check it out and join her community, which is Menopause Community of London, Terry, right?
That's correct.
Alrighty. Thank you so much, Mabel, for your time today. Thank you for sharing information, educating us of what menopause is, how it look like, and giving us a guide through your book on how to definitely overcome or being through in that process. Right. Thank you so much. Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much.
Jane. Thank
I
you for inviting me for this talk.
Of course, it is my pleasure. It is my pleasure. So once again, this is Jean, and in Reader's Magnet, we say we share your story with the world.
Thank you, Jane. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mabel.